The snake that bites after death. Have you ever heard someone warn, "Don't touch a dead snake's head"? At first, it sounds like an old wives' tale or a campfire story, the kind of advice meant to scare people for no real reason. But in reality, it is one of nature's most unusual and dangerous truths. What seems like folklore is actually rooted in biology, and ignoring it can be deadly. Here's why this happens. When a snake is decapitated, death isn't instantaneous. Unlike what we often imagine, the snake's body doesn't immediately shut down. Its nervous system continues to function for several minutes after decapitation. Electrical signals are still being sent through the brain, spinal cord, and nerves, enough to trigger reflex actions. This is why the snake's body can still twist, wriggle, or coil, giving the terrifying impression that it is still alive and striking. But the real danger lies in the severed head itself. Even though it's disconnected from the body, the nerves that control the jaw muscles can remain active. This means the snake's head can still open its mouth and bite, and here's the critical part. Its venom glands are still full and functional. So when it bites, it can inject venom just as effectively as if it were alive. This is not a harmless twitch. It is potentially lethal. There are documented cases of this happening. Rattlesnakes, vipers, and some other venomous snakes are especially notorious. Farmers, hunters, or even curious onlookers who believe a snake is dead have been bitten when leaning over to move the body. In some tragic instances, these bites have been fatal. So how is this possible? The answer lies in the biology of snakes. Reptilian nervous systems are much more resilient than ours. Unlike humans, whose brains and bodies quickly fail without oxygen, snakes can survive longer periods of oxygen deprivation, and their nerve cells are highly resistant to damage. Even after decapitation, the reflex circuits in the body and head remain capable of action for minutes. It's important to understand that this reflex is not conscious thought. The snake is not aware, it is not seeking revenge, and it cannot plan a strike. What happens is purely biological wiring. The muscles respond to electrical signals in the nerves, but the result is just as dangerous as if the snake were alive. A severed head can lash out, inject venom, and cause serious injury or death. What does this mean for anyone who might encounter snakes? Simple. Never assume a snake is harmless just because it appears dead. Avoid touching the head entirely. Experts handling venomous snakes follow strict protocols. If the snake must be killed or disposed of, they ensure the head is safely buried or otherwise removed from danger. Even a few minutes of reflexive movement can be enough to deliver a bite. This phenomenon is a chilling reminder of how nature's survival mechanisms can persist even beyond death. Reflexes, venom, and defensive reactions are designed to protect the snake until the very last moment. For humans, this teaches caution, respect, and humility. Danger doesn't always end when life does, and sometimes the deadliest threats are the ones we least expect. Next time you see a snake, alive or seemingly dead, keep your distance. The golden rule is simple: never handle the head. Nature is full of strange, fascinating, and sometimes deadly survival tricks, and the snake's posthumous bite is one of the most dramatic examples. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below letting us know. Have a great day.